This streaming service has done some truly incredible things, but not every effort has been so successful. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 worst Netflix shows.
What if I wasn't cursed? What if I was possessed? How the hell do you abort a demon?
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at the most disappointing, hated, or critically panned original series made by Netflix.
Or you want me to call somebody?
No.
Number 10, Iron Fist.
That's my building.
Should sell it and buy some shoes.
For a while there, it seemed like Marvel and Netflix together could do no wrong. This partnership delivered 3 excellent and distinct series in a row in the form of Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and Luke Cage. With Iron Fist, undeniably the biggest outlier in the gritty and grounded world they created, Netflix had their work cut out for them. And sadly, unlike with the last 3 series, they did not deliver.
I just need to restore my chi.
Oh, you're on your own with that.
The character of Danny Rand failed to connect with audiences. The pacing was rather uneven, but most damningly, the story was just kind of boring. As a result, Iron Fist became the butt of more than a few jokes in The Defenders.
Hey, why don't you tell me again about how you punched the dragon and got your magic hand?
Number 9, Chasing Cameron.
It's the future for the new generation.
Cameron Dallas deserves props for not only having launched a career on Vine, but also for adapting and branching out to keep himself relevant in the ever-shifting landscape of social media stardom. Unfortunately, a reality show wasn't exactly the best fit.
MagCon stands for Meet and Greet Convention. Having that one-on-one connection with my fans, it's awesome.
We're hesitant to lay too much blame at the feet of the young star, however, because Netflix got exactly what they signed up for. We just don't understand who thought it was a good idea. Cameron is a social media influencer, but that still translates to limited appeal on the streaming service. Making matters worse was the fact that the series tried to bring gravitas to his life and journey, to cringe-worthy results.
The fans don't really know what's really going on.
Number 8, Gypsy.
Yeah, I'm just getting dressed. I'll be down in a second.
On paper, this seemed like a perfect fit for Netflix. Naomi Watts starred alongside Billy Crudup in this psychological thriller about a psychologist who inappropriately inserts herself into the lives of her patients, undermining the typical limits of the doctor-patient relationship. Provocative, tense, and sexy, the trailer promised a captivating series.
I don't know who's in control anymore.
Unfortunately, when episodes were allowed to play out in full, what we actually got was better described as slow-paced, boring, and unrealistic, featuring thoroughly unlikable, often disinteresting characters. It's really a shame, because the cast was worthy of a far better series.
I don't know, we're full of strangers knowing my story. Sometimes those are the only people we can be honest with.
Number 7, Between.
You feel like skipping class?
It came, it went, and very few people noticed. If this were a family drama or comedy, we might understand. But considering the fact that this series was a sci-fi drama about a quarantine town where everyone over the age of 21 has mysteriously died, it's shocking that there wasn't more buzz.
Seems like we have a problem.
Our guess is that the few people who did check it out quickly forgot about Between, or cautioned others to stay away.
Did you cut off her finger and steal that ring? What do you think?
The drama veered too deep into soap opera territory. The narrative lacked clear direction, and the characters failed to make you care. For a series about the end of the world, you shouldn't be able to say any of that.
Just asking a question, you didn't have to do that.
Yes, we did. We are under severe time restrictions.
You know what? I believe Adam.
Me too.
Number 6, Girlboss.
No! If the red means there's a quarter of a tank left!
So much potential, such poor execution. Based on the autobiography of self-made fashion businesswoman Sophia Amoruso, Girlboss tells the story of her rise from university student to the founder of an up-and-coming fashion company.
I guess I'm just pissed off.
About what?
I don't know yet!
The lead character is supposed to be a challenging one, but she's written in such an unlikable and uninteresting way that the potentially powerful feminist narrative is completely robbed of its potency by virtue of the hate it invites against its protagonist.
You think that I would be here if I had health insurance? After this, I'm gonna go try to buy Advil with an Albertsons rewards card. I wouldn't even know where to begin to get health insurance.
What could have been a groundbreaking series for Netflix, and a career-defining role for actor Britt Robertson, ultimately pushed away its many potential viewers with poor writing.
This can't be right.
Number 5. Haters back off.
So I thought I'd post this video to YouTube to show everyone how good I am. So that's what I'm doing.
Like Chasing Cameron, Haters Back Off feels like it was doomed from the start. Miranda Sings is the online alter ego of comedic actor Colleen Ballinger. And though this bit was pure YouTube gold, her comedic style was admittedly rather niche, and very much tailored to the YouTube generation and sensibilities.
My boyfriend married someone else, I was laughed off stage and then left crying in the rain, so I'm available.
Absurd, grating, and often quite cringy. Miranda Sings is the sort of character that you need to be introduced to in the right context, and Netflix was not that. The running time of 30 to 35 minutes per episode meant that the doses of Miranda we received were far too heavy for anyone but diehard fans with the highest of tolerance.
You people are monsters. All of you.
Number 4. Friends from College.
Reunion, right? The friend group is back.
Honestly, this one came as a bit of a shock. Co-created by Nicholas Stoller, the director of such films as Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Get Him to the Greek, Neighbors, and its sequel, this felt like it was coming from a solid place. Then there was the cast, which included the always hilarious Keegan-Michael Key and How I Met Your Mother's Kobe Smulders, among other familiar faces.
Don't talk to my husband like that. You come over here and you say that to my face.
Don't come over here.
Right?
So how is this not Netflix's next big thing? The writing. The show was like an exercise in how to craft an ensemble cast people will hate. Forget binge watching. Ethan, Lisa, and company made it hard to get through a single episode. It should have been called Angry, Jaded 40-Year-Olds Who Hate Life.
Oh, I heard about that one.
Number 3. Disjointed.
I'm Pete, and I'm standing outside Ruth's Alternative Caring.
Chuck Lorre's television offerings, which include the likes of 2.5 Men and The Big Bang Theory, tend to elicit one of two reactions: utter devotion or deep loathing. The camp you fall into will likely decide whether you were surprised by the failure of Disjointed, his Netflix stoner comedy.
You want me to stand outside dressed like a joint twirling a sign?
We'll tell you why its failure surprised us: the fact that it starred the incomparable Kathy Bates. Unfortunately, this groan-inducing comedy simply didn't give Bates any decent material to work with, reaching for only the lowest-hanging comedic fruit. It was canceled after just one season. Number 2. Insatiable.
When was the last time you ate?
Last Tuesday.
Way to misread the room that is 2018, Netflix. The premise of this show seems so painfully outdated, it's astounding that it made it past whatever brainstorming session gave birth to it, let alone all the way to production. Patty is an overweight teen who's bullied. After an encounter with a homeless man leaves her with a broken jaw, she loses a bunch of weight and returns to school hot and ready to take revenge on those who once shunned her.
Feel a makeover coming on.
You ain't nothing, baby.
From the start, the premise offends, but trust us, it only gets worse as the series progresses. We think the goal was social commentary, but it doesn't show.
Totally wrong. I'll live it. I just want to forget about it.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some dishonorable mentions.
Wait, I'm sorry, even your idea of the perfect fantasy wife ends in divorce?
Yeah, for sure. But it would be amicable.
What are you?
Pull the trigger. Find out.
I don't even know where we are right now. I'm a late night television host that doesn't want to be tied down by time or television or even hosting.
Number 1. Real Rob.
My wife's Mexican. She's not like jump out at you Mexican, you know what I mean?
Really? Who greenlit this? Had they been trapped in a bunker for a decade and were thus oblivious to the trajectory of Rob Schneider's career? Or did they mistakenly think that Rob Schneider could somehow reinvent himself? Written by Rob Schneider, directed by Rob Schneider, and starring Rob Schneider and his real family. Real Rob is a fictionalized, scripted version of their lives, and it is every bit as disastrous as it sounds.
I think your brain's being attacked by anti-sperm antibodies.
Curb Your Enthusiasm, this most certainly is not. But the obvious similarities to that work of comedic genius help to make Real Rob feel even worse.
Hey, Rob, thanks for coming in.
When's my next meeting? Right about 3:45?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.